I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch right now. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's put the blue lights on. Lights on. The blue lights. I have to replace the batteries in my St. Patty's Day wreath already. You know, they just don't last very long. Anyhow. Okay, that phone is charging. We'll use this one for right now. Let's get started. Hope everybody is doing well. It's rainy here, but it's warm, so I don't care about the rain. It's fine with me. I'm having some coffee here. Because after I finish this, I have to go for my run. I gotta be juiced up. All right. First person here is new love for tomorrow. New love for tomorrow. For tomorrow, if you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve itself and move into the past. Could be spending time with a Leo. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home, entertaining at home, whatever it is would be positive. Feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life of Misra on Twitch. In which year will I qualify as a chartered accountant? Where are you in your journey? Like, which years do you think could be possible? Could this year, should I start with 2024, 2025? Ling for the next 24 hours, love. Over the next 24 hours, things look a little out of balance and slow. And with the ace, it may be challenging. I don't know where you are in your love life, but it may be a slow 24 hours, or it could be a little bit stressful. I wouldn't imagine that all that much is happening around love. Life of Misra in the middle semester, 25 most probably. Okay, let's see. Will I qualify in 2025 to be a chartered accountant? Could it be in the second half of 2025? That's what I think it's going to be. Second half of 2025. Red, did you see my ducks? Point of all this work and responsibility on me. Growth, change, and transformation. Stepping into your strength, self-confidence, life moves forward. I hate it. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You can handle it, and you're going to accomplish everything. You may even be paying off bills, debts, and loans. Plus, you could be, you got the world at your feet, and you're making things happen. It's growth. Growth, change, and transformation. It sucks. I know it sucks. Kristen, how have you been? Where are you trying to move? Not far away, right? Trying to move. Is this a good decision? Okay, let's see. Cards indicate it might not be the time to move. It may cause you a little bit of anxiety. I would think about it. Obviously, you're going to think about it before you do it. But if think about why you're doing it. Is there a reason behind it that's like grounded and stable, or are you just trying to move because you're trying to get away from something or start over or whatever? Right now, I'm only getting a 33% chance. Yes, this is the right decision as of right now. Timing doesn't look great. Maybe we should revisit it in a couple of months. Vicky, love for the weekend. Love for the weekend. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Life comes into balance. Things move forward slow and steady, wins the race. Listen to your intuition. Should be a pleasant weekend, and you should be listening to your intuition and find that anxiety is easing and things are functioning well. Pretty good. Pretty good. Try to move to North Carolina. You know what? The cards are indicating that now may not be the time, but the thing is that, like, I having nothing to do with the cards, I can't see how it would be a bad idea. Things around here are just getting way too expensive, and I think it would be cheaper down there. I know, because I've been going back and forth with, like, the idea, too, like, should I go to Florida? Should I stay here? It's crazy here. It's crazy here. It's crazy. I don't know if you watched the video, but I went back to my old house that I lived in when I was a kid. And, like, according to Zillow, it's like the price is like almost $800,000. My parents sold that house for like $54,000. It's craziness. It's craziness. And the taxes and everything is just going. Anyway. Anyhow, it may be for you like more of a long-term plan than an immediate decision. Oh, that's okay, Blue. Just send the question with a purple heart, and I'll get to it. And see, will my date this weekend will it be with B or someone else? Okay, will it be with B? I think it's going to be with B. What the heck is that? Janaya, do you see any blessings for me coming regarding my court case? Child's father is an asshole and just wants to keep me away from my spouse. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. So it goes back to the same thing. He's the child's father, so he still has rights. It's going to be difficult. Like, you can't cut him off completely. Like, he's got rights, so you're going to have a struggle with this court case. And it looks like it could cause you a lot of anxiety. Things may get stuck and stagnant for a moment. Things are out of balance and slow. It's tough. It's a tough situation when you've got kids and you're not married to the person's, or you're not with the other parent, because those other parents have rights and they can limit what you can do. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. It's not that much cheaper there. Yeah, I know, looking for a change. I'm looking for warm weather. I mean, it was February. I was in the park on like Friday night. It's like 70 degrees watching a movie. And then I come home here and we get hit with a snowstorm. I'm like, why am I here? Like, what am I doing here? And it's true, the change is good. What I found is that the food is no cheaper, but everything else is cheaper. So that might make a difference. I'm going to be honest, I get a little nervous with the roads in Florida. I haven't personally ever driven down there. There's a lot of lanes and some weird left-hand turns. It makes me a little nervous, and everything seems to be like a lot of like big highways, like not highways that are like 2 lanes like we have here, or 3 lanes like the thruway, like big lane, like 4 or 5 lanes. It makes me a little nervous. But anyhow, Mihak, finances for the next 2 weeks. Rent and school fees are pending, and I'm worried. I'm so tired of this money bullshit with everybody. We're all in the boat. We're all in the boat. Let's say. I feel like we shouldn't have to stress over this so much. You do have money coming in, and you may feel, look, it could be like touch and go for a moment, but with the 9 of Wands, you should be able to pull everything off. It may be stressful, but you have money coming in. A wish comes true. You should be able to make it or make arrangements. You'll be okay. Janaya, he filed for joint custody and told the state I'm at risk of kidnapping, and he knows that I live out of state. Served me 2 days before leaving. He hasn't seen our daughter, so I'm just sitting here. Well, you're not kidnapping. You can't kidnap your own child. Okay, like that's not true. If it's your child, it's not kidnapping. Could he keep you in the state? He could keep you in the state. I believe he could do that. But like I said, I don't know where, like, I can't tell you what the judge is going to do, but it's like you can't expect that he's not going to see this kid, and the kid needs stability. So what's the judge going to rule? I don't know. It's going to be a long and winding road, I think, because and what about the kid? Does the kid want to be around the father? Does the kid want to see the father? Like, they can't make the decision what's in your best interest. It's really in what's the child's best interest. So, and unfortunately, gotta wait and see what happens. Janaya, general for me for next month. Listen to your intuition. You may be suffering from a little bit of mild stress or anxiety, or feeling a little bit burdened or weighed down, and you could be feeling stuck or stagnant. So that may be them keeping you in the state at least through the next month. Old wounds are beginning to heal and move into the past. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Blue, I'm feeling quite stressed, and I'm hoping for a new opportunity that could change things for the better. Do you see that in the cards for me? Okay, let's see. Yeah. So you have money coming in, and you may be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Any area of your life that has been stuck or stagnant, that energy should shift and start to move forward. Listen to your intuition. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve itself and move into the past. Perseverance pays off, especially around work, school, or business. But if you're feeling undecided about something, don't make any decisions until you're ready. I think the energy around you of being like stuck or frustrated is going to shift once we get into the month of March. Divine, what do you see for me, Lisa, the Gemini, and Nick, the Pisces, in the next 30 days? Okay, let's see. Okay, things look a little slow because you've got Chariot in reverse, but there is opportunity for romance to come in, and you may feel relief around things moving forward. Even if things aren't moving forward super fast, a new journey may begin. It looks relatively positive for things to be moving forward in the next 30 days, even if it is a little bit slow. Yeah, Kristen, I saw that on Facebook. I didn't know if you were coming or going, and then I saw that somebody said, oh, I'm glad that you're home safe. And yeah, I know it's not... It's a big decision, because like I think to myself, like if I were to sell this place and leave, I wouldn't be able to come back, because what this place is going for now, I wouldn't, like, this place is 1 bedroom. It's going for close to $300,000. Are you kidding me? Like, really? Really? So I wouldn't be able to come back to New York. So I would have to be sure that that's where I want to be. Otherwise, I would never be able to come back. And that would be, although, I don't know, I'd go back and forth. Could I move down there and then have enough money to be able to come up here for the summer and stay in like an extended living place? Probably. So would it be that bad? Probably not. Okay, on Twitch. Vanna, what does Krista think of my screenplay? Well, there's happiness around it. You may think that it's strong, independent, good, exciting. I don't know what the play is about, but maybe somebody who's supportive of it. Let's put it that way. And it looks like it could be successful with the Sun and the Six of Wands. Pretty good. Janaya, he's an alcoholic and he's always drunk. He was drunk when I gave birth, abusive the whole pregnancy, tried to attack my mother who is paralyzed. Daughter is only 1. Okay. You see, the thing is that, I mean, it does look like it could be a little bit of a disaster and things are out of balance, but he's still the father. Do you know what I'm saying? Alcoholics are still fathers. If this person is, like, you would have to go for a restraining order and you'd have to prove, and do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't choose who your parents are, right? It's not the child's fault that this is who her father is. She still has a right to know him. If you want to take that right away, take him off the birth certificate, relieve it, then that's a different route. But I don't think that that has anything to do with this case. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, it's unfortunate that we make decisions and then, like, the children have to pay for it. Everybody. Like, it's not just you, everybody. And she, like, he still shows up in her life. Is he being an asshole? Yeah, but as of right now, legally, he has just as much right to that child as you. So if you may have to go a different route to be able to leave or take her away from him or prove that he shouldn't be part of her life. But, you know, right now, it's like, I think that the only thing that you could do really to get rid of him would be to take him off the birth certificate and see if you can get him to relinquish his rights. But I don't know how easy that is. It shows as like a complicated disaster. I got to be honest. It doesn't look like it's going to be easy. I don't think the judge is going to say, well, he's drunk today, so you can go do whatever you want. I just don't see that in the cards. Shantae, what will happen next between Adaba and I? What will happen next between Adaba and I? You may be feeling a little disappointed around the situation, but there is communication coming in pretty quick, and you should be seeing each other. I don't know what the disappointment is. It may be that the two of you aren't on the same page, or you may feel like it's not moving forward fast enough, but you should hear from him and you should see him soon. Harmony, when will I be getting a job and start working? Oh, it could be soon. Things change for you for the better quickly that bring in happiness. I'm going to say maybe within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Soon. Janaya, what were child's father's intentions with the whole filing? Family says that he did it out of spite and jealousy of new spouse and wants to ruin plans. Well, that could be part of it, but he also feels like this is his child and that it could be that he doesn't want somebody else raising his kid. I mean, this child is only 1. And if you've already married somebody else, I mean, that's not a whole lot of time for the child to be born, for him to, you know what I'm saying? Everything happened here very fast. So for him, he's like, that's my child. I mean, is he being spiteful? Could be, but it does look like he feels like, I don't want somebody else raising my child. I'm the child's father. Could that be an ego thing? It's possible, because he does show as having a pretty strong ego, and he does have a little bit of manipulation. But no matter how you cut the cake, he's still the child's father. It doesn't matter what the reasons are, he's still a father. And everything happened fast. If you're telling me this child is just a year old and you've already married somebody else, then things happen very quickly. And that is like, I don't think that that's in your best interest, whether it's for the right reason or not. But I think that the judge is going to see that this happened very quickly. And I think that that's where he's coming in from. Like, all of a sudden she's married somebody else and wants to take my kid across the country. His intentions don't really matter. The thing is that he's still the father. I don't think that the way it shows, it's like you're coming in from an emotional place, right? He's bad. My life is moving on. I don't think that, he's a bad person. But legally, he's on the birth certificate and he's the child's father. And everything for you seemed to have happened very quickly. And I'm not so sure that, I think it's going to be a long road, because he's showing here that he doesn't want, he's going to fight. So I don't think he's going to say, yeah, you take the kid. I'm going to wash my hands of this situation. But let's see what happens. Well, if you don't feel like he's doing the fatherly things, then you have to bring that up to the judge. And then I think it may be a separate issue if you decide that you don't want him to be the father anymore. I think he's going to fight that, though. But even if he doesn't pay any money, even if he doesn't see the child, he's still the child's father. So there's separate issues, just like if you were to go to court for like child support or visitation, they're two different issues. So you could say he's not paying child support. That's fine. He's not paying child support. That's a separate court issue. Like, everything is always separate, which is, I mean, it's annoying. 555 on Twitch. What can I expect for the next 10 days? You may have a wish that comes true around work, school, or business. Could start a new journey. You may make a decision to, add a new stream of income. You got money coming in. Listen to your intuition. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Janaya, good things coming my way to my fiance and I. So are you married to him or not? Are you legally married as of right now? Because either he's your fiance or he's your spouse, but he can't be both. There could be money coming in. Life could be coming into balance. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Negativity could be moving into the past. A new beginning is on the horizon. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Vicky, kids at the time are 90% made with love. You can't change it because you don't get on personally. Always the kid's choice. End of the day, even though it's heartbreaking. Yeah, I know, it sucks. Like, I remember when my parents were getting divorced. My parents were married a long time, but at that time, I don't know if things have changed. Like, you couldn't throw a man out of his own house just because you were getting divorced. So the judge wasn't going to say, hey, John, you own this house, but you have to leave. Your name's on the mortgage. You're paying the mortgage, but you have to leave. Like, you just can't do that. So my father lived downstairs and we lived upstairs until we sold the house. And my mother got the kitchen on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And my father got the kitchen on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So my mother had to be out on those nights. My father had, well, my father didn't have to be out, but he couldn't come upstairs. It was horrible. But, you know, like the law is the law. Like your emotions or how you feel or what you want doesn't really, you know, like the judge isn't going to say, oh, John, you did bad things, you have to leave. Like, he owns the house. Just like the judge isn't going to say, well, we're going to take your car. Like, oh, you're paying the car loan? I'm going to take your car because you're a bad person. Or you did shitty things. Or you didn't, whatever. You didn't show up to pick up your kid at the baseball game, so we're going to take your car. It doesn't work like that. So that's why these things can get really complicated. And in our situation, we wound up having to, we had to sell the house. Mel, in all honesty, I wouldn't want someone else raising my kid either, but I wouldn't want my kid around a drunk. I agree with both of those things. The thing is that, you know, you got to take personal responsibility. If you chose somebody to be the father of your child who was an alcoholic, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like somebody who gets involved with somebody who is unstable, right? You've been up and down, back and forth with the person 100 times. You get pregnant. Do you think he's going to be stable now? No, he's who he is. So it's like, I wouldn't want somebody else raising my child either. I wouldn't want them to be around an alcoholic either. Unfortunately, there is a lot of drinking in both my family and Avery's dad's side. Nothing I can do about that. What am I going to do about it? The only thing that I can do is try to teach her that there is addiction that runs in your family and you need to stay away from it and hope for the best. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but who is the judge as to whether or not somebody has proved their worth? You see what I'm saying? My two friends grew up with a father who was an alcoholic their entire life until my one friend was 15 and her sister was 19. And then he went to rehab, he joined AA, he became a totally different person. And for the next 40 years of his life, or however long he lived, he was a sponsor and he helped other alcoholics get sober. So at what point do you say you're not worthy to be a father? You fathered that child. It's still your child. You see what I mean? Like, things get really convoluted because, oh, you don't spend enough time with your child, or you spend too much time working in the yard, whatever it is. It's crazy. It's crazy. What, a mother doesn't have to prove that she's worthy? Like, mothers, dang. I had a boyfriend who his mother took off when he was 9 years old, never saw her again. So women do it too, you know? Like, things get really complicated when children enter the picture. That's why it's just really complicated and you can't shake the other person. You know, that's why in the moment it may seem like a good idea to be with this person, and then 5 years later, after you've seen their true colors, now you have a child with them or whatever the situation is, and then it's like, this person's still going to be around when the child is 16 or 18 or when they get married or when they have grandchildren, and you got to deal with this jerk, which is unfortunate, but it happens. You know, it's like, this is part of life. Harmony is Othamer Libra's intentions with me. Is it marriage? Okay, let's see. At this point, I don't see marriage. I don't know where you guys are in this relationship, but if you're looking for it to move forward to marriage, I would have the discussion like relatively soon, because I don't think it's something he's thinking about right now. I'm in New York. And you know what? Years ago, like back when my parents were divorced, when Avery's dad's parents were divorced, fathers got away with a lot of shit. They don't get away with it anymore here in New York State. But like they were able to get away with a lot of shit back then. And I think things were different back then as far as like with visitation and with child support. Because I know that, especially in Avery's dad's case, his father, like he didn't see him for a while, and then he started spending time with him when he was like maybe, I think he said like 7 or 8. But it was different. They got away without paying child support back then. Now they don't get away with it. They'll garnish the paychecks. They will, serve them with warrants for their arrest or whatever. I don't know how far they go if they put them in jail, actually. But I know New York State doesn't play around with it anymore. But I've had a number of people that I've read for over the years. And I know that like the kidnapping thing in New York, if your name is on the birth certificate, you can't kidnap your child. That's how it is here in New York. If it's like a visitation thing, if like say this person has full custody and then this person has visitation rights on Tuesdays for 2 hours, and then they show up and take the kid on Thursday, that's different. Like that could be kidnapping. But if the two people don't have any arrangement and both parents' names are on the birth certificate and the father goes and picks the kid up from school, it's not kidnapping. Even if it's like the police won't do anything. It's only if like the one parent has custody. But like I said, things may have changed as far as like what fathers can get away with in New York State over the years since I was a kid. I wasn't that young though. I was like 16. Avery's dad was young. I think he was 3 when his parents divorced. Oh, it's still the same process now? My ex is in the deed of the house. I pay everything and it doesn't matter to the court. He lives in the basement. Yeah. Now when Avery's dad got divorced, so he says, he left because he felt like it was the right thing to do and that he wanted his kids to stay in the house that they grew up in. So he left, and he got screwed there too because his name was on the house. And so like credit wise, when it would like she would fall behind, it would affect his credit. I mean, it was fucking mess. That's why I'm like, anyone that gets married is fucking crazy. Like, you're crazy. Because if he wasn't married, he would have just walked away. And if the house was in her name, then she would, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his credit was getting hit when she was paying late. He got screwed so bad. But you know what? Like, that's what happens. When my parents got divorced, too, it was the same thing. Somebody, maybe it was one of the lawyers, told my mom to stop paying the bills. I don't know why that's always the suggestion. And like the phone got shut off. We had lights, but she put a phone in her bedroom that was a separate line, but she locked her bedroom door, so we didn't have access to the phone when she wasn't. It was crazy what went on back then. Where was I going with this? So she was defaulting on the mortgage, and it was in my dad's. It's crazy. Crazy. Anyway. Oh, they do put them in jail now. Okay. I mean, I feel bad for anybody going through those situations because I know it's not easy, whether it's a divorce or whatever. And it feels like my parents' divorce felt like it went on forever. But I think it was really like maybe 1.5 or 2 years. And then we had to sell the house. And the whole thing was a horror show. An energy around me in the meeting today. What will it bring forward? Okay, let's see. The energy around you is good. Strong, confident, independent. Life is moving forward. Things are coming into balance. New beginnings. It looks good. I'm in S's energy today. It seemed pretty sharp towards me this morning, and then it got lighter. Energy looks good. Well balanced, sincere, content, happy, lighthearted. It looks good. It looks good. Coley on Twitch. TNI for the rest of the week. TNI for the rest of the week. Looks good. Communication comes in. Things come into balance. Slow and steady wins the race, but you may be seeing each other. There could be a new venture or a new journey on the horizon this week. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, especially around communication. It takes so long for this stupid thing to charge. Maybe the charger sucks. It's like I have 57 chargers and none of them work. I just ordered 3 new ones that probably don't work. Susie, does Don want to communicate with me? Does Don want to communicate with me? As of right now, they're looking pretty distant, and I don't see communication coming in. Like it's slow. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him rather than wait. Now, during my appraisal, I asked for a $3,000 raise. They only gave me $500, and they promised $3,000 in June. Will they stick? Shit, hang on. Will they stick with what they said and give me the $3,000 in June? Okay, let's see. I think that they will, but you might have to stay on top of it. Like, don't let it slide. Pretty doll, Sarafat's feelings for me. Huma, does he love me? He's already a married person, and it's a blocked situation. Okay, let's see. Okay, so he's showing as setting a boundary. He's walked away from this situation. I would say he's setting a boundary by blocking you. I don't see love here, but it does look like you have other choices and options coming in, and it may be a good idea to explore other options because this situation looks as if it's at a standstill. Vicky, general for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week, looks good. So you have choices and options that come in around social activity. You could feel relief around finances improving. Maybe spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or possibly an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Pallavi, love. Perseverance pays off around love, and a new beginning is on the horizon with the soulmate connection that could be with a Aries. You'll walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You got some good luck coming in. You're headed towards the 10 Cups being full. Listen to your intuition. You also have water coming in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Sarah, will I have a love marriage or an arranged marriage? I think it's going to be a love marriage. Miss Billy, Scorpio and me from now until May. Scorpio and me from now until May. Things look a little slow, and you might be feeling a little bit burdened by the situation because it looks like there could be some distance. Also, the communication may be slow or shut down. It looks like there's some turmoil here. Feeling a little disappointed. You may be feeling like communication is down and there's indecision. I don't see much changing from the way things are right now, other than it just might be slow. Shelley, is my studies preparation for my upcoming exams going well enough? I think it's going very well. You got the Magician here. Hot Sun, what are Matt's intentions and next actions towards me? They seem to be very slow. I don't see any specific intentions. There could be communication, but even communication looks a little slow. If you want to speak to him, I would reach out to him because he seems like he's a little stuck right now and doesn't seem to have any specific intentions at this point. Starfall, is it best to cut off contact with Jay straight away or let it fizzle out? She's already said it will be ending. I would just let things kind of fizzle out. Hand it over to divine timing and see what happens. I don't think that you have to do anything special. Rip Van Deep, who will be best for me for the TR course, S or U? They both look good. If I had to choose one over the other, I would go with S. Maggie, love for the next 5 days. For the next 5 days, things look a little slow, although communication may pick up with somebody you're hoping to hear from. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But overall, things look a little slow. Simran, how's my dad's condition? He called himself an ambulance last night, and I've been calling everyone in my family this morning, and no one has picked up. I'm feeling worried. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I think he's okay. Shows stable, slow and stable. There's a little indecision around the situation, but it looks pretty stable. I would leave a message for somebody and ask them to call you back if you haven't already. I think you're going to hear something soon. Oh, if you've been living out of state, that may change things. If you have been already living out of state the whole time, then that may change things. But it still looks like it's a long road. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So who moved away? Who moved away? That may be what it comes down to. Which person left or what the circumstances are. I don't know the whole story, but it does look like there's somewhat of a road ahead of you. You see, moving from California to Georgia, I mean, that's like taking the kid away. It's opposite sides, right? It's not like from New York to New Jersey. Like New York to New Jersey, I could be there in 20 minutes, right? So that may be what the issue is. I don't know. I think you got a little bit of a road ahead of you. Let's see. O'Shea, what is coming my way for Kimon? Lay down the law, set boundaries. It's going to serve you well. Listen to your intuition. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You may walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Listen to your intuition. A wish comes true. Pretty good. Pretty good. Imani, meeting with the landlord today. How will it go? It should go well. Energy is kind, caring, sincere, strong, confident, independent, leads to success. It should go well. Essence, I agree with you. I totally agree. Like the choosing the partners thing. But you know what the problem is? The problem is that in the moment, it's like what the heart wants. And women, and men could do it too, but women tend to be much more emotional. And I also have seen, and even myself when I was younger, women feeling like, my one friend said it to me too. My one friend has been through it with men. Like I think she had her first child when she was really young, like she was in her teens. And then whatever happened, and anyhow, I mean, she's been a great mother, and her kids are grown now, except for one. One of them is maybe early teens. Anyhow, she said, she's like, you know, Danny, I was seeing the red flags coming. The red flags were coming, and I was ignoring them. And when she said that to me, I was like, you know what? In the past, I had done things like that too. I had never gotten pregnant though. So the difference between her and I was that she got pregnant and I didn't. But I was, as far as like making choices, I was no better than she was. Because I had done the same thing. The only difference is that she got pregnant and had the child with the guy, and I didn't. And well, my boyfriend Tom wasn't a bad guy. He was fine, but, and he never really did anything bad ever until the very end when he started blowing me off, which was a different situation. Anyway, but sometimes you overlook the red flags, and sometimes you want so badly to believe that whatever this shit is real, that you ignore it and you think, oh, it's going to work out, everything is going to be fine, and that's not what happens. And then years later you're stuck with this disaster. I've seen it happen so many times, and it's unfortunate, but it's like in situations like, if nobody listens, everyone's got to figure it out for themselves. So like my friend with the red flags, somebody could have been standing there with a megaphone in her ear. Do not get involved, get out, leave, move, change your name, join the witness protection program. She still would have kept going. So it's like, you have to learn, I guess, through your own mistakes. I have never once in my life ever heard somebody say, that guy is really bad for you, and the woman be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to see him anymore. Never once. Everyone's always had to figure it out the hard way. So yeah, I totally get it. I totally get what you're saying. I agree. I just think that sometimes in the moment. Olivia, next 24. Next 24. Solution to a problem is in front of you. Before the end of the day, you'll figure it out. Life changes for you for the better quickly. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Could be spending time with a Leo. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And you could be feeling a little bit more financially secure. Brianna on Twitch. How is Jay Sagittarius currently feeling after the argument today? Hurt. Feels a little hurt. Maybe feeling a little stuck and stagnant. Undecided, but you know what? It's going to blow over. Don't stress over it too much, because it's going to blow over. JJ, should I get a side hustle job or instead invest my time in a YouTube channel? Okay, let's see. Okay, I would do both. I would get a part-time side job doing something, and I would start the YouTube channel, because it's going to take a minute for the YouTube channel to start bringing in money, but I would not do it. I would do it because it could be bringing in money long-term. Immediate money from a side business, side hustle right now. And that could be, I mean, it could be Instacart, DoorDash, something like that, that you can do like in your own time. I would do something like that, but I wouldn't give up on the YouTube channel because at some point that could be successful and it could be bringing you in extra cash. So I would do both. The thing too with the YouTube thing is you can do it in your own time. Con for today. Got money coming in. They walk away from something or someone that no longer serves you. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. You may be working on a creative project or creative hobby. Old wounds heal and move into the past. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Pretty good. Essence, do I have a stomach bug? Or was it the pork I ate the other day? Oh man, I hardly eat pork and now I'm throwing up my life. I'm so sick, I hate it. Okay, let's see. I think that it's a stomach bug. I think if it was bad pork, it would have happened immediately. I got to tell you that from working in the grocery store, nothing smells worse than bad pork. Nothing. Nothing. But no, I think it's a stomach bug. I think that if it was the pork, it would have happened relatively, like, quick. I worked with this girl in yoga. I felt so bad for her. She had eaten bad pork, or that's what she at least thought it was, and then got sick that night and didn't have, like, she had to teach like a 6 a.m. class, and there was nobody that she could call. Like, it was late at night and she couldn't get, so she had to go and teach the class. She's like, I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I made it through the hour without throwing up. I'm like, oh man, that's terrible. I think it's gonna pass. I hope you feel better. I think you're gonna be feeling better soon. That's terrible. Koala, could the Cancer man have some sort of bad addictions? Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, that is possible. Since I was thinking that after I typed it, I feel like in the moment you can see a lifetime with them. Yes, and a lot of changes over the years. I totally agree. That's why when people are like, you feel, sometimes you feel like in the moment like you're never going to get over something, like so brokenhearted or upset that something didn't work the way you wanted it to. But then like you could get a year out and look back and think that, maybe I really did dodge a bullet there. So I know it's all like, you could, like, that's why they say love is blind, right? Because you could think, I totally agree with that. You could, like, I mean, I remember thinking, well, my relationship with Tom was very, like, it wasn't like a crazy roller coaster ever. It was always very even. And it wasn't super exciting, but like, I never had to question whether or not he was going to show up. And I remember thinking, like, this is how it's always going to be, because that's how it was. And then when things took a turn for the worst, it was almost like I couldn't believe that this is how it changed. But there were circumstances that happened that changed it, that were beyond our control. But even still, and it's true. It's like you think it's going to be forever. That's why, like, I agree so much with that divorce lawyer that Mel suggested that we watch that Soft White Underbelly, because it's true. It's like when you're 20 years old. Like when I was 20, I was a completely different person than I am now. My views were different. My thoughts were different. what I thought was going to happen in my future was different. So the person that I was with at 20, who would have been that sailor who was inconsistent and all over the place, would I still want to be with him now? No, I wouldn't want to be with him now. So did it not work out? Was that in my best interest? Probably, because it wouldn't have been a good situation. And in my head, that was the one, I know I mentioned him before. He had dated other people in the store and was a dick to them. And then for some reason in my head at night, I think I was 19 or 20, I thought he was going to treat me different. I thought that I was different, right? But I wasn't different. It's like, duh. You're not different. He did it to this one, he did it to that one, he's going to do it to you too. And that's what happened. He did the same thing to me. And I was surprised. Like, hello? Anyway. Anyway, but imagine had him and I had a child together. That would have been terrible. It would have just been very bad. It would have been bad. I'm glad that didn't happen. Holly, does Alonzo still love me? I think so. Yeah, I think there's still feelings here. Since I know the laws have changed in some states, including mine, but I'm all for your choice. You don't have to go through with that pregnancy if the father is already showing signs. I agree, but my point would be to prevent it before it even happens. Like, you know what? Like, there is no excuse in this day and age. We know about birth control. We know about, condoms at the very least. Like, prevent it before it happens. If you do not want a child, the best thing to do is take precautions. This way you're not faced with having to make those decisions. I mean, shit happens. I'm not going to say that, but it's true. You can have a choice, but better to not have to make that choice. Just use protection. We know what it is. You could take the pill, or you can go on. One of my friends had my one friend, she's married. She's been married for years. She does not want kids, has never wanted kids. She's like, I'll wrap myself in a body condom before I take the chance of getting pregnant. She had an IUD and something else because she's like, I'm not getting pregnant, and she never did. So if you want to prevent it, it can be prevented. Unfortunately, I think there are situations where women may think if I get pregnant, things are going to change, and that is not true. It is not going to change somebody who is not doing the right thing. You're going to still wind up in a situation with somebody who is not doing the right thing. Now he's not doing the right thing by the child either. Once again, it's the red flags. It's the red flags. Sarah, my sister married someone, imagining him to be someone that he didn't turn out to be. She's still in the marriage thinking she can change him. Yep, you can't change people. And the thing is that every time I say that, I always think about my friend's father, the one that changed, right? And the funny thing is that her mom would be the first person to say, her mom used to always say, what is it? A leopard doesn't change his spots. Meanwhile, her husband changed. But he changed because he wanted to, not because somebody else made him. Like, it's like the mother was going to threaten him, right? Okay, you can threaten all you want, but until you actually get up and leave, I am not going to believe it, right? I'm never going to speak to you again. Yeah, you are, because you've said it 100 times and you keep talking to me. So he changed because he wanted to change, but that's not usually the case. Just like men don't usually leave. On occasion, you got one that leaves. I had a friend who, I had actually two friends, separate, like different situations, but the husbands wound up leaving. Usually they don't. Usually they'll cheat like hell, but they don't leave. Mel says, you know what ends up happening at some point? The hope that she has for him will turn into resentment. I agree with that. She'll grow tired of waiting for the change. I totally agree. I agree. The worst part is they have kids now, which is the worst, because and not only that, but then it's like, and now it becomes really complicated to leave. If you don't have any kids, you could, okay, I'm out of here, I'll go start over somewhere new. But when you have kids, then it's like, now it's, yeah. That was one of the reasons why my parents stayed together the first time they almost got divorced. We're staying together for the kids, which is such crap. Such crap. Made it 100 times worse. Davy, General. You got a new beginning on the horizon around work, school, or business that could be bringing in some good money. Listen to your intuition and take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. You may be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan that could make you feel relief. Negativity is moving into the past, and you could be feeling a little bit more financially stable. You may be planning travel. Holly, Alonzo's current feelings towards me. Okay, may find you to be a kind-hearted, caring person, somebody who is smart, intelligent, and successful. Somebody who is pleasant or easy to get along with. You have a good personality, and may think that you're down to earth and stable. Pretty good. Vicky, having a child, you also think it'll change the person, doesn't change them as a person. I totally agree with that too. Person's got to want to be different. Yep. A lot of times people don't think that what they're doing is wrong. Flies always fly around turds, yes. Luna, if my solicitor sends a letter to work, all accusations will be canceled and finished. I believe so. They never change, yeah. I know, and the crazy thing is that I don't know. It's like those red flag things that my friend was talking about. Like thinking that it's going to work out, or thinking that things are going to change, or tomorrow is going to be better, and it's not. But you got to think, like, bring it back. I always bring everything back to myself. Like, how much have I changed as far as like things I want to change about myself? Like, I'm not the best. First of all, I'm a lousy cook. Can't cook anything. Everything comes out terrible. So there's that. How much has my cooking improved in the last 5 years? None. I try really hard to keep this house in order. It always looks like a bomb hit it. I don't know why. How much has that changed in the last 5 years? None. None of this has anything to do with Avery or my relationship with Avery or my relationship with Avery's dad or anything like that. This is me. How's my decision making? I still can't make decisions. I struggle with that. That hasn't changed in the last 5 years. I'm not much of a liar. I never was. That hasn't changed. You know, like people that lie, like they're not going to change, just like I'm not going to start lying. So I always try to think like, well, if I'm expecting something else to change, how much has it changed in me? Jay on Twitch. Good morning. Aries, Brianna, Aries, current feelings and intentions towards me and her. Maybe feeling, did you guys recently have an argument or a disagreement? If you did, that's going to change and move into the past. Things change for the better quickly. She's showing as being cautious, stable, down to earth, but content with the way things are and looking forward to things moving forward. Communication is coming in and you should be seeing each other soon. Can't polish a turd. Holly, General. Oh, now the phone turns on after it's been charging for the last 2 hours. Making decisions that push life forward. Life could change for the better for you quickly around finances improving. Teamwork is favored. Old wounds are healing. Listen to your intuition. Got some good luck coming in, and you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Pretty good. Pretty good. It looks very dark on Twitch, but it doesn't look that dark. Oh, maybe because the sun's coming in over there. Since trip is in 11 days, what's coming towards me before then? Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Money is coming in. Could have a new job or business opportunity present itself. Listen to your intuition. You may be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to between now and then. A new journey begins. You may, like, I don't know what you got to do, but you may feel like you got everything done that you need to get done before you leave, and you kind of go with like an attitude like without a care in the world. It looks pretty good. M in general. Not looking back on the past, life is moving forward, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Teamwork is favored. A wish comes true. You may have choices and options that come in around social activity, and you could be feeling like better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. The hard work you put in pays off. Career moves forward, slow and steady wins the race. Mary, general. Mary, general. Could be spending time with a Leo, and you may be planning travel. There's relief coming in around paying off a bill of debt or a loan, or setting money aside for something as Sagittarius enters. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready, and listen to your intuition. Old wounds heal and move into the past. A new beginning is on the horizon. Pretty good. Be wise. Love for the next 10 days. Making decisions that push life forward around love. You could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or possibly a Libra. A wish comes true. You'll hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. Cause for celebration comes in, and negativity moves into the past. If you're currently with someone, your current relationship looks pretty good. Nat, where will I meet the new person? I can't answer that question. You got to live life's journey to find out. You could ask a different question. TVET for finances. You have money coming in, and you may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, making decisions that push your career forward. Also, side business or side hustle could be taking off. That's leading you towards the 10 cups being full. Got money coming in. Things look pretty good. Samantha, today and tomorrow for me. Samantha, today and tomorrow for me. Feeling grounded and stable around work, school, or business. A new beginning is on the horizon, and you may hear from somebody that you're hoping to hear from, or get good news you've been waiting on. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Stepping into your strength and self-confidence, life begins to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race on stable ground. 555. That's funny to me that you both are kind of asking the same. Oh, yeah, I know. Isn't it funny? And they're different situations, but they have the same names. Only I think they're astrological signs. I think one of them is different. And their situations are very similar, too. Like, they both want things to move forward, but they both kind of a little bit one step forward, 2 steps back. Grace, how does NL think of me, or view me, or see me since I've been dating S? not really thinking anything has changed. So, they're not really putting much thought into it. They're kind of neutral. I don't think that they think that anything has changed in their views towards you. They may think that you're down to earth, stable, sincere, a loyal friend. Libra, general for today. Libra, general for today. If you're feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. You could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. You could have some money coming in. You may be spending time with a Capricorn. Could be spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. You've got the world at your feet. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the day. So, Jeannie, can you tell me how Harifa feels about Darby? May find this person to be intuitive, intriguing, well-balanced, down-to-earth, smart, intelligent, attractive, and successful. Brianna, how is J Sagittarius currently feeling? Oh, I did that one already. PG for the next 48 hours from now. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Money comes in. The hard work you put into work, school, or business pays off. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You may be spending time with a Cancer or a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Dakota for today. Something should happen today that makes you happy. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. A new journey begins. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Maybe working on a creative project or creative hobby. Listen to your intuition. Could be spending time with a Leo. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Sarah says the worst part is they have a kid. Oh, we already spoke about that. Yeah, I feel bad. Gemini for tomorrow. Gemini for tomorrow. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. The hard work you put into work, school, or business comes back to you. Anxiety eases. You can have choices and options around social activity. Maybe spending time with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or possibly an Aquarius. A wish comes true. Slow and steady wins the race. You'll walk away from something or someone that you feel no longer serves you. Anonymous, could I have a reading on the friendship between me and Diamond Sagittarius? It's a good thing, but I have friendship trauma. Okay, let's see. Right now, things look pretty good. Feeling grounded and stable, down to earth. A wish comes true. Things could change for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. Slow and steady wins the race. But you may feel like communication looks good. You like this person's reliable and dependable. I would say things look okay. I know. People are untrustworthy and everyone sucks. But as of right now, things look okay. Shrishti Sharma, did Pax feelings for me? May find you to be a smart, intelligent person, somebody who is successful, kind-hearted, sincere, a loyal friend. Kiss, general for money. General for money. No longer holding yourself back. You could be adding a new stream of income. Finances should be strengthening, and a wish comes true around finances improving. Not bad. Payment. When do you see me starting a new job? Could be within the next 8 weeks. Wave to me. Does he know his wife confronted me? I need either his name or his astrological sign. Lose, general. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders. You could reconnect with an old friend, or somebody from your past may return. You could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Maybe spending time with a Virgo. Listen to your intuition. With the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities that bring in love options. Love comes in. Nat, general. Okay, well, you got the Empress here bringing in love and money. Listen to your intuition. Maybe spending time with a Capricorn. Could be spending time with a Virgo, and a wish comes true. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Something nice may happen around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Marry finances. Marry finances. You may be adding a new stream of income. That could be paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan, or setting money aside for something. Could have choices and options that are coming in that are bringing in more financial security. You'll hear from like good news around money. Old wounds are healing, and things could actually move forward pretty quickly around finances improving. Adonis, have you read Someone That... No, I haven't. I haven't. But with this, it's like, it's a Brianna with 2 N's asking about a J Sagittarius. But then there is a J who's asking about a Brianna with 2 N's. So it looks like they're both asking about each other, but they're different situations. But the situations read pretty similar. Like the way it reads for both of these people is that the guys know that they've done something wrong in the past and they're trying to make up for it. And the girls seem to want things to move forward. And while things are moving forward, they still have it in the back of their mind. Hey, look, this happened in the past. And they have little arguments that come up probably most of the time from past situations, but yet things are moving forward. And they both read the same and they have the same names. No, I haven't come across a situation like that anywhere else. Just those 4 people. Bo, general. Maybe spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have a love offer coming in. If you're already with someone, this just can indicate that your current relationship is functioning very well. Negativity is moving into the past. Teamwork is favored, and you may reconnect with an old friend, or somebody from your past could return. You have the world at your feet. Empress is bringing in love and money, or more of it, but it's slow and steady wins the race towards more financial stability, but things are moving forward. Wave to me. Does Jason know that his wife Susie confronted me? Yes, I think he does. Elizabeth, what are Carlos's next actions and intentions? Communications coming in quick. Is looking for things to move forward, a new journey to begin. and for things to move forward quickly. Now, the Four of Wands is here, so they may want to take the relationship to the next level, or they may be thinking about moving in together. Next thing you'll hear from him, communication comes in. Elizabeth, General. Slow and steady wins the race, but life begins to move forward. You could be feeling like success comes in around work, school, or business. You may have a new job or business opportunity that's bringing in more money. Life is coming into balance. Could be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You're making decisions that are pushing life forward. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it should resolve itself and move into the past. I'm out of coffee. Brenda, what to expect to happen between Arnold French, Hera, and I this week? And how does he feel about me? Like, is he angry or something? Or no communication? I don't see him as being angry with you. But it does look like things are slow. I would say if you want to speak to him this week, I would reach out to him because I don't see communication coming in. Things look a little slow this week, but I don't think he's mad. Who here haven't I answered for yet? Anybody here I haven't answered for yet? CG, for the next 10 days. Negativity moves into the past. Money comes in. Old wounds are healing. Something could happen that makes you happy. Could be spending time with a Leo. Could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Somebody may make you an offer that will be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. This freaking nose. Lose love. The legal situation is moving forward. What consequences will I have? I can't tell you consequences if I don't know what the situation is. But it looks like you have a wish that comes true and happiness that comes in around the situation. So I wouldn't worry about it. Not for right now anyway. Devancha, Arjun's feelings for me. Break out. They think pretty highly of you as a person. May think that you're smart, intelligent, kind, caring, down to earth, and sincere. But lovers is in reverse. And may feel like it's best for things to move forward for them as of right now. They may feel bad about it, but they may feel like as of right now, their life is moving in a different direction. Elizabeth, love. You could make a decision to walk away from something or someone that you feel no longer serves you. New beginnings are on the horizon and life could change for you for the better quickly. Empress is bringing in love and money, and you may have choices when it comes to love, and you may come to a crossroads. So you've got an earth sign here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have a Libra, and then you also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Don't make any decisions till you're ready, and if you're feeling like undecided, explore your options. But it looks like your life is moving forward, not backwards. You may make the decision to move forward. That's the way it looks right now. But the choice will be yours at the end of the day. If you're looking for a committed relationship, you've got cause for celebration coming in around around a new committed relationship on the horizon. Anthony. What kind of future store between C, the lady from the gym, and me. We don't know each other yet? Okay. Well, there could be communication coming in. That's what I would do. I've been trying to make it a point to start communication, because once you make that decision, things could start to move forward pretty quickly. And you may become friends first, and that could lead to more down the line. Butterfly. Pisces man's feelings towards me. Pisces man's feelings towards me. May find you to be grounded, stable, compassionate, kind-hearted, smart, intelligent, a loyal friend, unique, and creative. Pretty good. Pretty good. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Oh, you're welcome. And when will I be hired by Mao? Could be within the next 4 to 6 weeks. Pretty soon, that may happen. Mel, for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Life is coming into balance and a wish comes true. Could be spending time with a Scorpio. You've got your luck changing for the better. You could get good news around work, school, or business. A new venture may begin, and you could hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from. You've got intuition is heightened. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Working on a side business, side project, or side hustle could like bring in extra cash. Oh, good morning, spiritual. Will I get approved for the apartment in Grapevine, Texas when I apply? I think you will. I think you will. Girly, general for today. Listen to your intuition. You could have money coming in. You may be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. An old wound is healing and moving into the past. Negativity is moving into the past. If you've had an argument or a disagreement with someone, it will resolve itself and move into the past. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and then you have life coming into balance. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. Adonis, me, and V, whatever comes up. Slow and steady wins the race, but communication is coming in or picking up, and a disappointment is healing and moving into the past. New beginnings are on the horizon with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Old wounds are healing. I think that communication is probably going to come in quick. Danny, what is Rashad's type of woman for a romantic relationship? Doesn't seem to have a specific type. I think, well, I think for most people too, it's an energy thing. So it's not necessarily something that you could like manufacture. It's like an energy thing. Yeah, there's no specific type. Is there anybody else here that I haven't answered for? All right, then I will wrap it up, and I will see you guys hopefully later this afternoon before I pick up Avery, and then I'm going to take her ice skating. Shrishti, I answered for you already. Thank you all very much for being here this morning. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.